Hey viewers, hey subscribers, and welcome back to my channel, Aquarian Empress Tarot. Good morning, y'all, and happy Saturday. Today's protection day. So, welcome back, you guys. I'm in the process of reorganizing my tarot table. Let me show you guys. So, I want y'all to see it from my angle. But yeah, I've had a lot going on this weekend, and I'm really just chilling. Really and truly. I hurt my hand, my right hand, which is my dominant hand, the other day. So I spent some hours in the ER yesterday. Good morning, Aisha. How are you, love? And I was like, you know what? Let me go live from a different angle so people can see what I actually see on this side of the table. So yeah, I have my candles burning. It's actually raining and storming here in Missouri this morning. It's been storming since like 5 this morning, and it just started raining. I'm all right, y'all. Never mind. I had to have a splint put on my finger because this is story time. But I did something stupid, and I was working. Was it yesterday? No, the day before yesterday. It was Thursday. I was working, and you know how you put something on the stove and you're thinking you're going to come right back? No. So because I didn't come right back and I sat down on my computer to do my work, my smoke detector went off. So when my smoke detector went off, I come running to my kitchen because my brain goes straight to fire. So I slip and fall and slam my hand up against the door frame, like literally busted some of my nails. Y'all can see like my nails were bleeding. And I was like, I can only be mad at myself because I'm the one that did it. But I was like, man, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, are you, Aisha? I did not know you were a lefty. My sister's a lefty. I feel like lefties are very intelligent people. Not saying that right-handed people aren't, but it's just like I feel like it's a special type of intelligent with lefties. My middle sister, she's a lefty. Of course, my luck would be, oh yeah, burn your dominant hand, because of all the hands you could damage, let it be your dominant hand. Yeah. Why would this go out like that? So I hit my hand Thursday. Oh, I hit my hand Thursday, right? And so the swelling went down. I put ice on it. It hurts hella bad. So I put ice on it, and I need to get my nails refilled, which I was going to do until that incident happened. And I'm still going to get them done because, you know, when they grow out, they hurt because they're acrylics. So as they grow out, it hurts. I need them to be trimmed. I need them to be filled. So I thought everything was fine because the rest of my fingers, as y'all can see, the rest of my fingers are fine. So I woke up, I'm trying to take this off because they didn't wrap this properly at the hospital. They gave me a splint to put my finger in. They prescribed me naproxen, which is like an equivalent to like ibuprofen, Aleve, something like that. And to help with the inflammation, the swelling. Because I woke up, you see this, let me show you. This finger is fine. This ring finger, you see how it's kind of like flat or whatever? This one was like this huge. I woke up in the morning and the ring that I had on was like, there was no way you were getting that bad boy off. So I was like, and my finger was like kind of blue on the inside. It was like turning blue. So I was like, I gotta go to the ER. So I worked yesterday, and then I was like, I called my supervisor and I'm like, I need to go to the ER. And she was like, okay, go ahead. So, because I was starting to feel pain all in my arm through here. And I was like, I hope there's not an infection. Yeah, no circulation. Yep, exactly. So I was like, I need to go to the ER. And so that's exactly what I did. So I went to the ER, and they were like, we're probably gonna have to get the ring off. They were like, how much do you love it? I said, I love my finger more. I love my finger more. The ring, they had to cut the ring. Now, mind you, this ring is a hellion. I have the ring. I put it in my purse yesterday. I brought it home because I was like, I can always go and get the ring, take it to a jeweler and get it fixed. I've had it sized. But it's a solid 10 karat gold band. And y'all, as a matter of fact, let me see if I can show y'all. See if I can show y'all. Because the ring was giving me hell. It was giving me hell. Do I have it? Or did I take my other purse? It's not in here, but I'll show y'all. I'll post a picture in my community tab so y'all can see it. But just so y'all know, my hospital band is in the kitchen. That's why I don't have it on. I took it off this morning because I need to take a shower. But the worst thing about medication is that, like, you have to stay hydrated, and you never know how medication is going to affect you when you're not used to taking medication regularly. Now, don't get me wrong. I will take medication when I need to take it, but I'm not like big on taking medication. Meds are not my first go-to. Never have been. I'm a Tylenol, an ibuprofen girly when I have to be, but like outside of that, no, absolutely not. So I got that and I took it. I ate last night and then I took it. It was like around 11 last night. It was pretty close to 11 because I got home kind of late. Yeah, that's how I felt. And then I went to bed. That's how I felt. Exactly how I felt, Aisha. And then I went to bed. And the guy at CVS, because I had went to I was going to go to Target because, you know, Target has a pharmacy and I'm usually over there. But they were like, our pharmacy's closed. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to CVS. Because it was like 9 o'clock at night and I was running errands. So I was doing deliveries. And so I was like, let me stop over there and see if I can just have them fill it for me. And it wasn't that expensive. It was like $11 for the naproxen. And they were like, this should last you for like 10 days. But the doctor told me, the doctor that he sawed the ring off, he was like, the swelling and inflammation should go down within like 3 to 4 days. But then he was like, they did x-rays on my hand to make sure that I didn't have any broken bones because of the force. And they said, no, there were no broken bones. So that was a blessing. But I was like, man. So here's the part where I'm a crybaby. Okay, I am literally in tears and screaming in the damn ER because he was like, oh, I can give you something to numb the pain. Because I was like, the pain is like at a 5 right now. And, you know, because of the swelling and inflammation. And he was like, I can give you a numbing thing. So he gets this, he leaves out of my room and then he comes back and he has a needle. Next thing I know, he was like, oh, this isn't going to hurt too bad. He was like, on the count of 3. And y'all, I screamed. I don't even think I ever heard myself scream as loud. And I was trying my best to contain it, but it was so painful. This is already why I have a phobia of needles because, yeah, no. Just no. I am not one of God's strongest soldiers, okay? So I'm laying there screaming. He was like, oh, you're such a trooper. And I was like, no, I'm such an idiot because I shouldn't be here in the first place. I was so mad because I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? And it's always my finger. So let me tell y'all a little story about me that a lot of y'all don't know. When I was 9 years old, I was outside in the front yard with one of my best friends and we were playing dodgeball. I tripped and fell. Always my dominant finger, the index finger. I broke it. You could see the bone was over here. So my mom took me to the ER, rushed me to the ER, and they said that they put a splint on it and they had me come back. And I remember the doctor's name. I was 9, I'm 36. To this day, I will never forget. It was the most painful thing I ever experienced. And he took a needle and he had to pop it back in place. Always my fingers. I don't understand what the issue is. I don't know if this is in the cards, in my birth chart. I don't know. So here I am, y'all. So here I am. Back to read tarot. And yes, I can still shuffle. Now, mind you, when they supposed to be wrapping my ring finger, they wrapped my pinky too. My pinky was fine. My pinky is fine. But they wrapped my pinky in there too. And I'm like, I'm already a little handicapped. So what are we doing? So there's that, right? Good morning, y'all. I see people hopping into the channel. If you're new, welcome. Feel free to subscribe and thumbs up the live stream, you guys, if you're here. But enough of me, you guys. We're going to get into tarot this morning. So good morning. We're going to get into tarot. That's why we're here. Also, if you haven't watched, I've already posted Leo and Virgo's readings for August. I've already recorded Scorpio and Sagittarius. I think I recorded Scorpio and Sagittarius. Libra and Scorpio. I did not do Sagittarius yet. So Sagittarius, Capricorn, and Aquarius, y'all's are coming up. Okay, hopefully today because it's storming and I don't plan on going anywhere for most of the morning. If it clears up this afternoon, I might be in the streets, but we'll see. Whew. So my biggest thing right now is just taking things that are anti-inflammatory. So what's in my cup? Cayenne, lemon juice, apple cider vinegar. Right, Aisha? Like, what is that? What do you mean? They're closed due to the heat. Girl, the heat. Yesterday here in Missouri, it was so hot and miserable. It was so hot and muggy. It was awful. It was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. And I was like, ew, I don't ever want that. Sorry, y'all. I did not know that smoke was going to be that serious. It's just frankincense, but we going to move it. So y'all can see me and I can see you. There we go. It was so hot and humid. You know that humidity, that heat for like, right before the rain comes. That's how it was. It was so uncomfortable. Like, I had my AC on in my car as I was driving yesterday. And, you know, the windows start to fog up because the AC and the heat, the humidity, like, they don't mix. So it was so uncomfortably hot yesterday. Thank you, Aisha. If you're new to the channel and you would like a reading, please feel free to hop in. Let us know. Drop a green heart and we'll definitely get you in. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you're missing out because I've also been doing other collective readings. So, nope, love. Thank you for asking. Nope. It's just the regular 1222 and 2222. So it's 1222 for a basic 5-card spread and 2222 for a 10-card deep dive. That's what we call it. Spirit, what message do you have for the collective today? Let's see. Let's see. What do they need to know? Which I feel like this is a better view. I feel like this is a better view for y'all. And I plan on, listen, for those of you guys who don't know, I love candles. So if you ever want to send me anything, if you ever want to send your girl anything, candles and incense. Well, y'all see the madness, right? Candles and incense. And I have to go get more incense. These are my favorite little, they call them shorties. These little incense sticks. Y'all can see them. They're so cute. And they burn really well. And they actually burn for a little minute. So like maybe 15 minutes or so. So, yeah. I forgot. If I find, the name of the company is called Glassroots. So I will post that in my community tab if you guys are looking for a good place to get incense from. I get their little shorties, and then I get their incense cones. They're really good. The backflow cones. These are the small ones, but I like the really big ones. Now, the really big ones can last for like an hour, and they smell really good. If you like backflow cones, I do. I have them all the time. That's how I know. A lot of people think it's an aesthetic, and it low-key is, but most tarot readers and diviners and practitioners are surrounded by incense, herbs, and candles. It's just a thing. Incense, herbs, candles, and crystals. All of those. All of those things. All right, Holy Spirit, Divine Source. Also, you guys, don't forget that today is Protection Day. Funny thing, we're about to go into a Mercury retrograde. So whatever you guys are planning to do financially wise, go ahead and do it now, okay? Whatever you need to say it now. Get it off your chest now. Because Mercury retrograde, as everyone knows, or most people know, Mercury retrograde is a time of miscommunication, mishaps, car accidents. Get your car serviced, get it checked, check the tires, check the air pressure, check your oil. Make sure you're good if you're out and about. So Mercury retrograde is coming. We're currently in a Venus retrograde. Venus is the planet of love, luxury, fine dining, all those type of things. Like, it's that type of energy. And the signs that are mostly affected by Venus is Leo, because it's a Venus in Leo, and Taurus, Libra. Y'all gonna feel it. So what happens in a Venus retrograde? In a Venus retrograde, our relationships with others, whether that be romantic, platonic, whatever the relationship is going to be tested. Just so you guys are aware. That's what happens during a Venus retrograde versus a Mercury retrograde. It's a little bit different because the planets rule different things. Mercury is the ruler of communication and things, technology and things of that sort. So you may have glitches. Something may not be shipped to you when it's supposed to be. Your computer might start having issues. Your phone might start having issues. You can't find the phone. Like, it'd be crazy. All right, Spirit. We have the Star. You could be an Aquarius or have Aquarius placements, or the person you're dealing with does. Ooh, we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is about action and speed. So some of you guys might be dealing with somebody who, one of two things. This person could be a little bit impulsive, because it does give like low-key impulsive, reckless behavior vibes, because it's a knight. It's a step up from a page, which a page is like childlike energy. You know what I mean? It's childlike energy. Hi, Black Angel. Nope. No, ma'am. My prices are listed there. $12.22 for a 5-card pull and $22.22 for a 10-card pull. Knight of Swords. We also have Death, which is about endings and transitions, right? Some of you guys may be ending a connection if you're dealing with an air sign, specifically an Aquarius, but it could be a Gemini or a Libra as well. You guys may be ending that cycle, or if you are one of those signs, you may be ending something with someone or have recently ended something with someone. Five of Pentacles, yeah. Here's the reason why. Like I said, it's Venus retrograde. So some of you guys may have been dealing with someone who they didn't bring what you needed them to bring to the table. This person was lacking in certain aspects, and you know what those aspects are. It could have been financially, it could have been sexually, it could be whatever the case may be. It could be emotional availability. But the thing about endings is that they make room for new beginnings. Good job. Good job, Aisha. And you know what? A lot of times we grieve letting go, which is fine to grieve, but I look at letting go as like a celebration of something new, because it needed to end. It needed to be over with. You needed to quit that job. You needed to let go of that schedule. You needed to let go of that relationship. It wasn't working anyway. It wasn't worth all the BS that you had to deal with. It wasn't worth, you having to work the extra hours and do other people's jobs. It wasn't worth it anyway. So when you think about ending a situation with someone, just know that the universe always has your back, and there's always something better. I think people get afraid to let go of things that are no longer serving them. Like I said, a job or anything. Yes. Yes. I think people, you know what I think, and y'all share with me your thoughts in the comments, but in the chat. But I think the reason a lot of people get, like, they don't leave situations or go ahead and end the situation promptly is because of fear. That's just what I think. And the reason I think that is because in my own personal experience, in my own shadow work and self-examination, I've prolonged situations that I knew that I should have released a long time ago out of fear. I didn't want to hurt someone's feelings. I didn't want to seem like I was the bad guy. I didn't want to be the villain. So I hung on to a situation, or I had a lack mentality. And it's funny that the Five of Pentacles comes up here because that's exactly what happens. Like, oh, I can't find someone better, or I can't find a better job, or whatever the case is, whatever you had to let go of. You know what I mean? Sometimes the fear of the unknown, like even if you're letting go on a mental and emotional level, sometimes you have to release certain emotions. Emotions are temporary, and sometimes people like to hold grudges. They like to hang on to anger and resentment and bitterness, and that only makes you more miserable as an individual. It only makes you more miserable. Exactly. Gaslighting, Aisha, that's exactly why. Gaslighting, because they don't have anything else to offer. Five of Pentacles, that's all they have is words. Talk is cheap. Remember that, ladies. Talk is cheap. If they're not showing you what they should be showing you, move around. Release it. That has nothing to do with anything. Your children liking that individual has nothing to do with anything. You're here causing havoc. And the funny part is the children probably see that too. They probably see it too. They see that the person is causing you emotional distress or physical distress in some cases. But a lot of times people, especially in like in domestic violence situations, a lot of times women stick around. And good morning. A lot of times women will stick around in abusive relationships. Exactly. Because they're afraid. They're afraid of what could happen if they try to leave or whatever. Your odds are higher of surviving if you get out of that situation, if you leave that situation. There's always solutions. There's always resources available to you. So you're better off leaving. You're better off taking care of your safety and the safety of your children. If children are involved, get out. Get out. If you can't put him out, you get out. Get out of there. Just do so safely. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah. A lot of y'all have ended up releasing situation. You guys are focused on work. You guys may be focused on your education. So like some of you guys may be going back to school or taking additional courses, like what do they call them? Continuing education classes, right? To get a license or a certification. Some of you guys are working really hard, long hours, 8 to 10 hour shifts possibly. Yeah. So like I said, some of you guys are focused on work. You need somebody else also in that same energy who's focused on, they want better for themselves. They want better for their life, for their children. Somebody that actually wants to put in the work. Eight of Pentacles is about putting in the effort. If somebody is not willing to put in the effort, then why are they there? They're usually a taker. If somebody is in an opposite, if this ever comes out in the reverse, they're in an energy where they're lazy and they really don't want to put in a lot of time, effort, or energy. But you guys are focused on where you're going. You guys are focused on your goals, and I love that for you. Gunjari, ma'am, you've come to the wrong channel for that. I don't do that. I don't foretell futures. I don't do any of that. All right, Spirit, more collective messages. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. I love this for y'all. Y'all are in a Four of Pentacle energy, and I love this for the collective. A lot of y'all are being more selfish More selfish and more concerned with you. And I love that. I love it. As you should be. You're being concerned with your needs, as you should be. When it comes to pouring into someone else or into a relationship, you guys are being very selective about it. And I love that, as you should be. And Spirit is saying, if you're not being selective, you need to be. You need to be very picky and choosy about who you give your energy to. The sun is here. This is big Leo energy. Okay. The sun is also about enlightenment. And I feel like some of you guys have been enlightened, and Spirit has waken you up to say, hey, like, stop giving away your energy. The sun is very much, it's strong energy. It's vibrant. It's joy. It's abundant energy. So Spirit says be very selective with this Four of Pentacles next to the Two of Cups in your relationships. Who are you entertaining? Does it bring you joy? Does it bring you emotional satisfaction? Does it bring you emotional fulfillment? See how this child is very happy on top of this horse. He's riding out into the sun, like he's out in the sunflower patch. It's like very much like, okay, does this make you happy? Does it really make you happy? And if it doesn't, that's something that you have to ask yourself. Are all of my needs being met? What is my love language? And is that being met, right? If you require words of affirmation or acts of service, physical touch, whatever you require, right? Because, you know, a lot of people will be like, oh, what's your love language? But then when you tell them that, they use that against you, right? Let them earn that information. Let them figure it out. Let them get to know you. You don't have to tell them everything. When you first meet somebody, you don't have to tell them everything about you. Let them put in some work and some effort in trying to find out what your love language actually is. The more they get to know you, the more they'll get to see what your love language is, and then they have a choice to move accordingly or not. Spirit says some of you guys will be manifesting something better, and I love that. You have everything you need. You have all the tools you need to succeed, right? You have the desire to move forward because you guys want something that's very stable, very committed. The Hierophant is here, so I love that. Two of Pentacles. You guys already have a lot of responsibilities on your plate. So why would you engage or entertain someone else who's not willing to help assist you? Why would you entertain someone who's not willing to help balance out your life and be a blessing to you in some way? They're only there to take. They're only there to create more unnecessary drama and stress. Why would you put yourself in that situation? That's why Spirit says be selective. For the Four of Pentacles here. The Four of Pentacles is here. The Two of Cups next to the Four of Pentacles. This is a relationship situation for a lot of you guys. Like, you guys were being too generous, and Spirit says stop doing that. Stop doing that. See the person for who they really are. Remember, I told y'all the sun illuminates. So the sun being next to this is saying, I'm shining a light on this relationship so you can see that you're the person that has the desire to make things work. It has to be a mutual energy. Some of you guys may be teeter-tottering on, like, you may be going back and forth mentally about whether or not you should entertain this person or move on. Spirit says to move on. The Death card is here, and that's an ending in order for a new beginning to start. Okay? Yeah, you guys may be anxious and in your head about it, but Spirit's like, there's really nothing to be worried about. This person lacked. Remember, we had the Five of Pentacles up here at the top. So this person lacked what you needed, basically. They lacked what you needed. I'm going to move this back a little bit so y'all can see the cards. Y'all can see the cards. But yeah, like, y'all can see that a little bit. Yeah, so we have the Five of Pentacles up here, right above this Hierophant. And that's telling me also, with the Hierophant being here, Spirit saying to seek advice, pray about the situation, or actually seek advice. Like, go to someone that you trust that will give you an honest opinion, honest evaluation of the situation, because sometimes it's hard for us to see things when we're actually in the thick of it ourselves. So it's always wise to go to somebody that you trust, a close friend, family member, even your favorite tarot reader, like somebody that you trust to give you a reading on the situation that can tell you the energy surrounding that relationship or that situation, so that you have a better understanding and clarity going forward on what you can do to either help the situation, or if you might need to leave that situation, because it's only going to hold you down if you stay, right? Aisha, can you block her, please? Because she's disrupting my live stream. What you're not going to do is come in my live stream and spam my chat. That's what you're not going to do. I just sat here and told you I don't answer those questions, and you trying it anyway. And even if you do have black magic put on you, there's nothing I can do for you. I'm not the person for it. I'm not a witch doctor. I don't remove black magic. Okay, yeah. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Some of y'all might be receiving a message from somebody. This person could be in their feelings a little bit, low-key. They want to express how they feel. So they may be coming to you to make an offer. This is very small. It's a page. Keep in mind, it's a page. They may be making an offer to like start over or try to see if they can like get back in your good graces with the Page of Cups here. Hang on. And I had, what else did I have? And I had the Wheel of Fortune pop out. So y'all see that, right? Spirit saying this person may come back around to see if they're able to start a new cycle with you. That's a possibility. But you guys have closed that cycle out. Hear me out. You guys have closed that cycle out. So with the Wheel of Fortune being next to the Page of Cups, you guys have already cleared that cycle out. So once a cycle is completed, it makes no sense to go back to what broke you. It makes no sense to continue entertaining someone or a situation that wasn't beneficial for you in the first place. It makes no sense. Keep that in mind. Why would you go back to what broke you? I'm just saying. Justice is here. Spirit's like, truths are always going to be exposed. I have the Seven of Pentacles here. Justice will be served. This person got what they deserved. And what they deserved was you walking the hell away from that situation because it wasn't beneficial. It was not mutually reciprocal. Because it was a waste of time. Seven of Pentacles. Time was wasted instead of invested with this person. They were the time waster. You were the one trying to invest. And Spirit says it wasn't fair. That's why justice had to be served. And you see, the judge sits here in the justice card with his sword and then with the scales. It's like, in order to balance those scales, something needed to be cut out. And it was that situation, right? Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, let me see if I can block her because I'm tired of her happening here. Let me see if I can block her. There we go. I think I blocked her. Yep. I think she's finally blocked. Three of Cups. Yeah, Spirit's saying now is an opportunity for you guys to go forward and you know, embrace your life, be joyful, go out, explore your options. Now that situation is over, like I said, for some of you guys, it could be a job situation. Don't stress about what you don't have control over, the Nine of Swords. Don't let the anxiety live rent-free in your head. Baby, you have the power to control and determine the outcome of the situation based on your actions or the lack thereof. There's nothing to be anxious or worried about when in regards to love and relationships. Let me tell you. There's too many men out here in these streets. Too many of them. So why are you worried about one? There's no sense. Focus on yourself and your happiness and your joy, and what's meant for you will come to you. It will. Now, I'm not saying, because people be taking that saying the wrong way, well, I've been single for 5 years. If something was meant for me, it would have been come by now. you also have to put in the work. Let me say that. If you're single and you're wanting to be in a relationship, you kind of have to make yourself available. You kind of have to make it known that you're single and you're wanting to mingle. You get what I'm saying? You follow my drift. So you can't just be out here living life and say, oh, I want a relationship. Then you do nothing to, you don't engage. You know what I mean? You stay in the house and watch Netflix. Where's that going? You're not socializing. If you're looking to find somebody, man or woman, people are going to be outside. So you need to be outside. 1 + 1 is 2. All right. So don't come in my comment section doing too much later. Talk about, oh, well, that don't work for me. Go outside. Get dressed. Go get your hair done. Go get your nails done. Get the makeup products. Do what you need to do. You know what you need to do. Exactly, Aisha. People be doing the most. Doing the absolute most. Time I just don't feel like I'm ever going to find love. Well, are you actually putting in the work? Also, I'm going to pick on women for a minute. If a man tells you something that he doesn't like, or he tells you something that he does like, and you don't do it, then you're setting your own self up for failure. Because, let's say, for example, you go and get your hair done a certain way. Let's say you go get a blowout or whatever, right? Get your hair straightened. He's like, oh, babe, I really like the hairstyle on you. And then you go get braids. He just told you what he likes. And then you're complaining, oh, he doesn't really say anything. He doesn't really compliment me. He told you what he likes. What is he supposed to say? I really don't like box braids. And then you'll get your feelings hurt. A lot of times we put ourselves in situations unnecessarily. He told you what he likes. Now, I'm not saying that you are supposed to dress or whatever for the opposite sex. I'm not saying that at all. But if somebody tells you what they like, or even if they don't like, or he's being honest with you and he's like, babe, I just feel like every time we have a conversation, you get extremely defensive. And I really don't want to argue. I really just, you know what I mean? I really just want us to be able to talk and be able to be on the same page. And he's explaining this to you in the most calm tone ever. And you over here cussing, hollering, and screaming. It's not going to get you anywhere. You know what I mean? You have to do the work. A lot of women need to do their shadow work. They really do. That's why you have people running around here on the internet talking about this is my twin flame. And the person is running away from them. They're trying to get away so fast because this person is obsessed instead of working on themselves. A lot of people have internal issues and they project it onto others. Well, he's running from me and I know this is a divine connection and he doesn't answer my phone calls or respond to my texts. I've only texted him 47 times this morning and called him 35. I left him voicemails. I left a note outside of his front door and I even left him some food at his mama's house. Ma'am, you're a stalker. That's why he's not dealing with you.